Socioemotional development in middle adulthood. Stage of adulthood. Erikson, generativity versus stagnation. Erikson, generativity versus stagnation. Generativity. Generativity, adult desire to leave legacies to the next generation. Develop in numbers of ways. Biological generativity, parental generativity, work generativity, and cultural generativity. Levinson season of man life. Transition to middle adulthood, last conflict. Transition to middle adulthood, last conflict. Being young versus being old. Number 2, being destructive versus being constructive. Number 3, being masculine versus being feminine. Number 4, being attached to other versus being separated from them. How pervasive are midlife crises? The 40s are decade ressaying and recording truth about adolescent and adult year. Only minority of adults experience a midlife crisis. Individual variation. Middle-aged adults interpret, shape, alter, and give meaning to their lives. In 1/3 of cases where individual report experience a midlife crisis. Triggered by life event such as job loss, financial problem, or illness. The life event approach. Contemporary life event approach, how life event influence the individual development depends on. Number 1, life event itself. Number 2, mediating factor. Number 3, individual adaptation to the life event. Number 4, life stage context. And number 5 is socio-historical context. The life event approach. The life event approach is drawback. Life event approach places too much emphasis on change, not adequately recognizing stability. It may not be life major events that are primary source of stress, daily experiences. Stress, personal control, and age. Middle-aged adult experience more overload stressor than that involve juggling too many activities at once. Some aspect of personal control increase with age while other decrease. Stress and gender. Stress and gender, flight or flight type of behavior men engage in when they experience stress. Flight or flight type of behavior men engage in when they experience stress. Become aggressive. Become aggressive is socially withdraw or drink alcohol. Tend and befriend. Tend and befriend type of behavior women engage in when they experience stress. Seek social alliance with others. Context of midlife development. Context of midlife development. Historical context. Cohort effect. Historical context. This is cohort effect. Changing historical times and different social expectation influence. Changing historical times and different social expectation influence. How different cohort move through the lifespan. How different cohort move through the lifespan. Social clock. Social clocks is timetable according to which individual are expected to accomplish life tasks. Gender context. Gender context is stage theory have a male bias. Number 2, demand of balancing career and family usually not experienced as intensely by men. Longitudinal study. Costa and McRae Baltimore study. Costa and McRae Baltimore study focus on the big 5 factors of personality. Berkeley Longitude study. Intellectual orientation, self-confidence, and openness to new experience were the more stable traits. Characterize that changed the most. Extent to which individuals were nurturant or hostile. Number 2, whether or not they had good self-control. Cumulative personality, model of personality development. People get better at interacting ways that promote stability with their environment as they age. More stability in personality at midlife. Cultural context. Concept of middle age is unclear or absent in many cultures. Common is non-industrialized society to describe individual as young or but not as a middle age. Late adulthood transition. Late adulthood transition, age to 60 to 65. Era of late adulthood, 60 to ? Middle adulthood transition, age to 40 to 45. Middle adulthood transition, age 40 to 45. Middle adulthood is culminating life structure for middle adulthood, 55 to 60. Age 50, transition to 50 to 55. Entry life structure of middle adulthood is 45 to 50. Early adulthood transition. Early adulthood transition, age is 17 to 22 years old. Culminating life structure for middle adulthood is 33 to 40. Age is 30, transition to 28 to 33. Entry life structure of early adulthood is 22 to 28. Helson Mills College Study. Helson Mills College Study, 3 main group of women. Family-oriented, career-oriented, neither path. George Billiant Study. George Billiant Study conducted on sample of 268 socially advantaged Harvard graduates born about 1920. 456 socially disadvantaged inner city men born about 1930s. 90 Middlesex intellectually gifted women born about 1910. Openness. Openness is imaginative or practical. Number 3 is interested in variety on or routine. Number 3 is independent or conforming. Consciousness. Consciousness is organized or disorganized, careful or careless, disciplined or impulsive. Extraversion. Extraversion is social or retiring, fun-loving or somber or affectionate reserved. The big 5 factor of personality. The big 5 factor of personality is agreeableness, soft-hearted or ruthless. Number 2, trusting or suspicious. Number 2, helpful or uncooperative. Next is neuroticism. Neuroticism means is emotional stability, calm or anxious. Number 2 is secure or insecure. Number 3, self-satisfied or self-pity. Close relationship. Close relationship is love, marriage at midlife. The emptiness, sibling relationship, grandparenting, and intergenerational relationship. Love and marriage. Love and marriage at midlife. Number 1, security, loyalty, and mutual emotional interests are more important in middle adulthood. Number 2, most married individuals are satisfied with their marriage during midlife. Divorce rate has decreased for young adult but increased for middle-aged adult. The emptiness and its defiling. Emptiness syndrome, decrease in marital satisfaction after children leave the home. Parents derive considerable satisfaction from their children. Refiling of emptiness is common. Lost privacy. Close relationship. Sibling relationship and friendship. Sibling relationship may be extremely close, apathetic, or highly rivalrous. Number 2 is friendship that have endured over adult years tend to be deeper. Grandparenting. Grandparent rules and style. 3 prominent meaning. Number 1 is source of biological reward and continuity. Number 2, source of emotion, self-fulfillment. And number 3 is remote role. 3 grandparent style. 3 grandparent style is formal, fun-seeking, and last is distant figure. Close relationship of grandparent. The change profile of grandparent. The change profile of grandparent is most common reason grandparents step in as parent include their child, divorce, adolescent, pregnancy, and drug use. Number 2, full-time grandparent has been linked health problem, depression, and stress. Close relationship. Intergenerational relationship. Intergeneral relationship is important in development. Middle-aged adult express responsibility between generation. Midlife adult play important role in the lives of young and old. Relationship between aging parents and their children characterized by ambivalence. Difference in gender. Difference in gender is number 1, mother and daughter have close relationship during year. Married more involved with wives, families than with their own. Grandchild relationship. Mother and international ties more influential. The end. Bye-bye.